Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be comparing the Lego Harry Potter buildable Hedwig to the Harry Potter Funko Pop of Hedwig. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first we'll start with the overall design for Hedwig for each of them. So I definitely think both the Lego and the Funko Pop version have a very unique design, and each of them do have some very similar characteristics. What I really like is the feather detailing on both the Lego and the Funko Pop version. And each of them do have a different texture of their own, and I definitely think that is why they are very unique. But I really like how they also have a very similar color scheme, because each of them do consist of mostly white, but also a bit of black. However, I think the Lego one just has a tad more black on it compared to the Funko Pop version. But I can definitely see why, because just getting a pretty much a white Lego set with a bunch of white pieces could be quite boring. Then the design for their feet is actually quite interesting, because compared to the Lego one, which is quite simple, just using I think 4 pieces, the Funko Pop version actually is a bit more detailed with some feather detailing on it. I really wish Lego actually did that, because the feet just look way too simple compared to the rest of the build. So they could have possibly maybe used some stickers or prints to sort of have some feather detailing instead of just having roughly 4 pieces. But I definitely think the wing design on both of them is definitely really accurate to how they both look, especially in the movie with the shaping and the design with the different sort of patterns. And I also think the part where it goes down like that is also very accurate on both of them with the shape and the design of it. However, the Funko Pop version is a little different, because it is obviously a little more bigger, so they could definitely include a lot more on it with the feather detailing. But I would have loved to seen Lego tackle that with some prints or stickers in some sort of way to add feather detailing. But I must say, they've given it a really good job with the feather detailing. However, unlike the Lego version, I feel like the Funko Pop did get the head size right, because with the Lego version it just seems way too inconsistent, because you have a body a very similar size to the head, so it just looks really strange. But I love the design for the head with that sort of rounded-ish shape with the color scheme, especially with the eyes. But I feel like the Funko Pop version did get their sizing right for the head, because it doesn't look too odd with a same sort of size for the body, because the body is one size and the head is another size. So I definitely think they did a better job there. But what I think Lego did better than the Funko Pop is actually include the detail for the wings. Unlike the Funko Pop version, which just has some texturing and a color scheme for the feathers and detailing, I feel like the Lego one did a bit more of a better job with the detailing, with the different sort of bricks to sort of represent feathers, the different parts used, the color scheme with the smooth tires and all that, the black and the white. I definitely think they did a better job of actually showing the texturing for the wings and all that. So overall, the Lego and the Funko Pop version each have their strengths and weaknesses, but I definitely think each of them are very unique, and both look very similar to the actual version of Hedwig in the movies. But the size is probably the biggest difference between both of these versions of Hedwig, because I think the Lego one was trying to make a playable version of Hedwig, because you can actually move her wings up and down as you can see, and I think that was the reason why they made it so small, because they didn't want a really large version of Hedwig, and also because of they wanted her to actually hold a Hogwarts letter. But I would love to see in the future a very similar version of Hedwig to the Funko Pop with a really big design. I definitely think they could capture a lot more, very similar to the Funko Pop design with the feather and wing detailing. I definitely think they could do a lot more of a better job instead of actually having a play feature. So, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, and which one of these is your favourite? Is it the Lego one or the Funko Pop version of Hedwig? I would probably say, with the detailing for the texturing of the feather and wings, the Funko Pop one is probably my favourite, but the Lego one also does have its strengths, because I definitely think they captured the design for Hedwig quite well, considering they had to use Lego. And as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I can see so. Goodbye.